Rain poured heavily over the quiet London street, the kind of rain that blurred memories and softened reality. A woman stood alone under a dim streetlight. Her coat was soaked. Her hands trembled slightly. In her arms, a small boy, fast asleep. She looked across the street. At him. After 10 long years. Their eyes met again. He froze. The man who once promised her forever now stood there in a tailored suit, stepping out of a black luxury car. Their worlds, once one, now felt galaxies apart. Her lips parted slightly. His heart stopped. And in that moment, everything they had buried came rushing back. Emily Carter. A simple woman. Kind-hearted. Strong. Quietly broken. She worked at a small cafe in South London. Life hadn't been easy. A single mother. Every morning, she woke before sunrise, packed her son's lunch, kissed his forehead, and whispered, "We'll be okay." Because she had no choice. Because 10 years ago, she lost everything. Daniel Hayes, a man the world admired, CEO of a billion-pound company, confident, powerful, untouchable. But behind the success, there was a silence, a loneliness he never spoke about, a love he never replaced. Because some people, you don't move on from. It was a small university library. Emily sat quietly, surrounded by books. Daniel walked in late, slightly careless, slightly charming. He dropped his books accidentally. She laughed softly. He looked up. And just like that, something began. "Sorry," he said, smiling. "It's all right," she replied, trying not to smile back. Their eyes met longer than strangers should. And in that silence, a story started. They fell in love slowly. Walks along the Thames. Cheap coffee that tasted better together. Late-night talks about dreams. He dreamed of building something big. She dreamed of a peaceful life. Different dreams. Same heart. "I don't need the world," she once told him. "I just need you." He held her hand tighter. "You'll always have me." But life doesn't always keep promises. Daniel came from wealth. Emily came from struggle. His family never accepted her. "She's not your level," his father said coldly. "This is not love. It's distraction." Pressure grew. Fights became frequent. Silence replaced laughter. And then, the night everything broke. "I can't do this anymore, Emily," Daniel said. She stared at him, heart-shattering. "What are you saying?" "I have responsibilities. A future. This isn't practical." Her voice trembled. "What about us?" He looked away. "There is no us anymore." And just like that, he walked away. Without knowing, she was carrying his child. Emily disappeared from his world. No calls. No messages. No explanations. She chose silence. Because she believed. He chose a life without her. She raised their son alone. Through pain. Through struggle. Through tears no one saw. But she never spoke badly of Daniel. Not once. "He's a good man," she would say softly. "He just didn't stay." And now, 10 years later, they stood face to face again. In the rain. In silence. In unfinished love. Daniel's eyes moved slowly. From her face. To the child in her arms. Something shifted. Something deep. "Emily." His voice broke slightly. She swallowed. "Hello, Daniel." The boy stirred slightly. Daniel's heart raced. "Is he?" She looked away. "Yes." Silence. Heavy. Crushing. "You didn't tell me." Daniel whispered. Tears filled her eyes. "You left." "That doesn't mean you hide something like this." Her voice cracked. "You made your choice. I respected it." He stepped closer. "I would have stayed." She shook her head. "No, you wouldn't have." The truth sat between them. Painful. Raw days passed. Daniel couldn't stay away. He started visiting. Awkward at first. Careful. Guilty. The boy, Noah, slowly warmed up to him. They laughed. Played. Shared quiet moments. Emily watched from a distance. Her heart confused. Guarded. Still in love. One evening, they sat together after Noah fell asleep. Why didn't you move on? Daniel asked softly. She smiled faintly. Some hearts don't know how. He looked at her. I never stopped loving you. Her eyes filled with tears. Then why did you leave? He whispered. I was weak. Daniel reveals the truth. I didn't leave because I didn't love you. He paused. I left because my father threatened to destroy your life. Emily froze. What? He said he'd make sure you'd never get a job, never live peacefully. I thought leaving would protect you. Tears streamed down her face. You decided for me. I thought it was the only way. Years of pain, built on silence, on misunderstanding. Emily stepped back. I built a life from your absence. Her voice shook. You don't get to walk back in and fix everything. Daniel nodded slowly. I know. So what do you want now? She asked. He looked at her, not as a CEO, not as a powerful man, but as the boy who once loved her. You. She closed her eyes, because that was the problem. She still wanted him 2 days later. Emily made a decision. I think you should go back to your world, she said quietly. Daniel's face fell. Emily, you deserve your life, your success, your future. Her voice trembled. And I deserve peace. He understood, even if it broke him. Will I see him again? He asked softly. She nodded. He's your son. But you? He whispered. She looked away. Goodbye. Daniel. Weeks passed. Silence returned. But something felt wrong. Incomplete. One evening, Emily stood outside her cafe, watching the sunset. A familiar voice spoke behind her. I tried to live without you again. She turned. Daniel stood there. No suit. No luxury. Just him. And I realized, I don't want a life that doesn't include you. Her heart pounded. I left everything, he continued. The company. The expectations. The world that took me away from you. Tears rolled down her cheeks. Why? He stepped closer. Because you were always my home. Silence. Soft. Warm. Real. And Noah. She whispered. He smiled. I want to be his father. Every day. Not occasionally. Her walls finally broke. I'm scared, she admitted. He took her hands gently. So am I. A pause. A heartbeat. A lifetime in a moment. But maybe. We try anyway. She smiled through tears. Yes. Months later. A small house. Laughter. Warm light. Noah ran through the living room. Dad. Mum. Emily looked at Daniel. He looked back. No wealth. No pressure. Just love. The kind that survives time, pain, and distance. Because some love stories are not meant to end. If this story touched your heart, don't forget to like, comment your favorite moment, and subscribe for more emotional love stories like this. Your support keeps these beautiful stories alive.